I'm just going to run through what I have. I have been given a very big topic to talk about tonight. The importance of scholarship before we even go directly into the main deed for tonight. So I'm just going to be touching briefly what you stand to benefit from scholarship opportunities and applying for scholarships. Okay, so if everybody's with me, I'll just dive into the talk for tonight, and I'll try as much as possible to be brief. I think there are other persons after me who will be doing justice to the major topic for tonight. All right, my name is Williams. Again, Williams Obaido is my name. Sorry, I'm joining with my official account as opposed to my personal account. Having said that, yes, I jump straight into what we have to do tonight. So I'm just going to run through again very few and some of the major benefits, one of the major things you stand to gain if you apply for scholarship or if you get scholarship, benefits of scholarships. All right, so yes, the very obvious one, which you already know, which I believe everybody in this class is aware of, is that it takes away the burden of your tuition fee. Right, depending on what scholarship you are getting and what package the scholarship is going to cover, one of the things is that here it releases the financial burden of sponsoring your education. I believe we all know that. What I simply mean is that the nation today, Nigerian system, and even the system around our countries, several countries of the world, the cost of education is on the high side. You will agree with me. Getting money and resources to fund your education could be tasking sometimes. So one of the things that scholarship helps you to do is remove that burden from your neck, and it's placed on your sponsors, on the people who are sponsoring your scholarship. So that's the very first thing that being a candidate of a scholarship does for you. All right, second thing that you need to know very quickly is that it's an opportunity for you to get financial assistance also, even in the process of your education. For some scholarships, it is not just the tuition fee that is paid for. Some scholarship packages also gives you even stipends for the section. Okay, so you also get scholarship that gives you stipends depending on what kind of scholarship you can get. So it also gives you opportunity to get financial assistance during the period of your education. I guess you would mean. So you get to have affordable education instead of struggling to go through this learning process. You get to remove that burden from your head, and then you also get to have financial assistance through the period. Some scholarship go as far as giving you stipends for your daily activities within the academic section. All right, and then it transcends into opportunity for professional development. Okay, so if you are selected in this. Okay, let me say this very quickly. I'm trying to be fast, but let me slow down a little bit. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, man. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I'm just going to read what I wrote down here, and then you'll see it.
Okay. I'm blockchain could you please check it?
Sorry, sir.
No, I meant I was talking to the host. I asked him what he's doing.
Yes, I'm still here. I can hear you.
Can hear you clearly.
All right, thank you very much. Now, to get qualified for some of these scholarships, students have to go through rigorous application process. Some of these rigorous application process go hand in hand with mentoring sections, okay, so professional mentoring sections in different diverse industries, which will involve the overall personality of the student, okay? So some scholarship go as far as having mentorship, especially when it's scholarship outside the country, outside the shores of Nigeria. You get to be attached to some mentors who take you through some period of development, which can, to a very large extent, increase your opportunity for professional development. Now, I've had students, persons who applied for scholarship, especially the high, your PhDs and the masters scholarship that covers those particular higher level of education. They get to be attached to some professors, some trainings, and then throughout the period, even if they missed the scholarship, they get to have a massive development in their professional career. They've learned so much that they would never have gotten if they did not apply for that process. I don't know if you get what I mean. So even the whole system of applying for the scholarship does some massive professional development in you that a student who have never applied for scholarship may never get. Okay, so and then even for those who have some major scholarship, they get to attend different workshops organized for students, training, career seminars, interviews, preparation. So all these things cumulate into a better professional standing, okay, compared to students who have never attempted application for scholarships. All right, so yes, having said that, another point is this. I'm just trying to do a summary of this. Now, one of the things I even discovered that a major benefit of application for scholarship and even getting scholarship is that it gives you a better CV. Okay, it gives you a strong CV. Now, when you're applying for a job sometime in the future, and then your employer goes through your resume and discover, okay, this person have been a beneficiary of some scholarship at one time or the other, your employers get to take you serious. They tend to believe that this is a better person. Okay, if he was a beneficiary of some scholarship at one time or the other, then this guy must be very good. Now, that's the mindset, actually. That's the mindset. You know, when you see students who went through some scholarship opportunities in their education through the education period, especially the university, an average employer believes that this guy is good. If he could get this scholarship, then he's intelligent. So you'll be considered first. You will get some priority among others. You know, that's something we have discovered over over a period of time. We discovered that employers really prioritize scholarship beneficiaries because everybody wants the best. Okay, if this guy could get that, then he must be hot, he must be good, and then they want to give you that opportunity. They want to give you the opportunity. Yeah. So it gives you a very good CV. It gives you a good CV. It takes you away from the category of just the ordinary students and put in your own class. You know, it differentiates you, it distinguishes you, and it sets you apart. All right. Yeah, that's something that's being a beneficiary of scholarship really does for you. Is something that we've noticed. Okay, this is a direct result of the first thing I said. It helps you to focus more on your learning. All right. So if you have your financial burdens taken care of, if you have your financial burdens being handled by one of the international bodies or whichever sponsors that you get, you tend to focus more on your education. Of course, that's common sense. That's the logical results of that. Okay, so most students who are beneficiaries of scholarship get to focus more on their education because the burdens of finance is really taken away from them. So we've seen that again, especially for students who are studying abroad, who are studying outside the country, when you know that you don't need to get a second job, get two, three jobs just to cover up your bills, you tend to focus more and give more of your time to your studies, and then that will obviously make you perform more. So we notice that scholarship students really perform better than just irregular student. Okay, so that's something else that you're also going to observe. Yes, and then okay, this is also another major point. I hope I'm not getting fast. I'm going to take questions when I'm done and then get people's opinion, okay, and then we'll go over them where we need to. I just want to be fast now. All right, so scholarship opportunities gives you the opportunity to enter into some very prestigious colleges and universities that you may never have had the opportunity to step into. Of course, many of these institutions, the tuition fees will be very expensive. They will be high. They will be, some of them, unaffordable, and you may want to not even think about those institutions. You may never even want to consider them. Okay, but scholarship opportunities will give you that privilege to be able to attend those high profile universities. You find over time some of these top universities out there gives out scholarship opportunities, to students even in Africa and third world nations, and it's usually on merit. It's always on merit, and then you have opportunity to show what you can do, perform well, and get into these top institutions in the world, which you may not have been able to do if you would have gone by your personal finances. All right, even if you can, it will be harder for you to get the admission. But with scholarship opportunities, it could be way easier than you thought. It could be way easier than you thought. All right, so these are parts of the many benefits that you stand to get when you apply for scholarship. And then we've also discovered that scholarship beneficiaries tend to get more scholarship easier. Okay, people who went through their first degree on scholarship are likely to even get the second degree on scholarship also. You've gone through the period of application, and then when you're applying again, your credentials is already showing that, okay, this guy is good. He went through this process, he got the scholarship, and then you'll be highly considered, before some other persons who are even applying for the first time. Okay, so it really has a way of putting you on the path for better success. Okay, I think I can use that word. It sets you it sets you on track, right? Because from all indication, your CV is going to look stronger. Your employers are going to give you consideration first. Other institutions where you will likely want to do a second degree are going to consider you first. They're going to give you some priority, and then also it helps you to get exposed to people you may never have ever even been across, especially when you're going for some kind of scholarship. I hope you get those ones. Maybe our other speakers will. Okay, some other speakers will also talk more about that. There are some scholarships that will expose you more to trainings, to mentorship, to seminars, to trainings, which will leave some very lasting professional development in you, even if you don't get a scholarship. All right. So I think, yeah, I have been able to go through a lot of what I have here very fast. I've gone through so much of them, and yeah. So let me stop here, and let me stop at this point. So okay, last thing. Let me just add this before I hand over back to coordinator. Let me add this thing. As a result of scholarships, for students who are on scholarship, it helps them to discover their career path early enough. Because if your financial burdens are taken away, You have mentorship, who people who are constantly mentoring you, seminars you're attending. You will likely tend to